Good evening. Today I find myself at a fairly well-known spot. Located 65.15 kilometres from Central on the Main North Line, the present Wondabyne Station opened in 1939. It is in fact the fourth station to carry the name Wondabyne, the first opening in 1889, along with the Hawkesbury River Bridge, as Mullet Creek. This was renamed Hawkesbury Cabin in 1890, and then Wondabyne in 1891. Before being resited 3 times to finally end up next to the quarry. In view now is the third station, seen around 1930. This was about 600 metres south of the current one. These are not to be confused with the other Mullet Creek station, which opened in 1887 along with Woy Woy Tunnel as a new interchange station for boats from Hawkesbury River. The bridge's completion was still 2 years away. This kept its name for its entire 10-year life, from 1887 to 1897, and was situated around 400 metres north of the current Wondabyne. Despite confusingly sharing its name with what would later be the first Wondabyne for just under a year, it was a separate station. Nowadays, virtually no trace of Mullet Creek or the first 3 Wondabynes remain. Wondabyne's claims to fame are its short platforms, but, more importantly, the inability to access it by any sort of road, the only such station in all of Australia. There isn't even a service road here. Instead, patrons arrive by boat at the adjacent pontoon or via the walking trails behind platform 2. The remote, isolated location means Wondabyne is one of 9 request stops on the Sydney Trains intercity network and recorded 8,490 boardings in 2023, which sounds like a fair few, and it is, until we remember that stations such as Central, Town Hall, Wynyard and Circular Quay can get that many in just one day. Shaped by the still operating quarry and the one-time maritime industry, Wondabyne once had several more houses, known as squatters, and its own pub, the Centennial, until 1891. The quarry remains today, but most houses, and the pub, are now gone. In fact, whilst filming, a couple alighted here and asked me where the road to the town was, which I had to answer with, "What town?" The name Wondabyne comes from... Actually, I still have no idea, but I would like to know. There is a Mount Wondabyne on the other side of Mullet Creek, but where the word Wondabyne came from has constantly eluded me. Mullet Creek is easier to explain. The adjacent creek is full of them. It is not named from the hairstyle, given that business at the front, party at the back, which Steve is kindly demonstrating for us here, wouldn't get its fishy name until 1994, well over a century after the first station opened. I mention this simply because if I don't, someone in the comments will. A big thank you to B for making this for me. And on that note, it's train time! Starting its journey in Brisbane, the Great Southern visited Coffs Harbour the previous day and the Hunter Valley earlier on this day. Having rejoined the train at Broadmeadow, the passengers are now en route to their next stop in Victoria before finishing the journey in Adelaide in 2 days' time.